Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Marvi Global family. It is Friday, and I know that there's a lot happening this weekend because a lot of people have said to me, please record this call as we cannot make it tonight. So this record is shared on our YouTube page. I quickly, before I'm going to hand over, to Omar, I quickly just want to show some changes that we've got for next week when it comes to our training schedule. So on Monday, the same time as this call, oh, Brandon, sorry. Oh, there's a terrible spelling mistake. I don't know what happened there. So today we've got the training call, which is compensation 102. On Monday, we've got a Marvi update session with Abut and Brandon John. I don't know what happened there. So I do apologize for the spelling mistake there. So what has happened is there will be some good announcements to improve your experience when you log in. So we're having a Marvi landing page and some amazing updates that's coming on Monday. And then because we had the challenge with the purity presentation with Jeff last week, the training for the purity brand will be on Tuesday. So same webinar. So for all the training next week, we are still using the same webinar link, the 3313 at the end, but please note that for the last 3 trainings, the webinar will change, but I will communicate that in all the groups as well. So with any further ado, I'm gonna hand over to Omar, who is gonna be taking us through, let me just promote him to co-host, that will be taking us through the compensation plan, the next part of it. So thank you for joining us, Omar, and over to you.
Thank you, Lee, for having me on this call. Welcome, everybody. So this is the compensation plan part where we recap some of the stuff that we went over last week, but also where we go over some of the more in-depth details and some of the bonuses. So let me share my screen. Give me 1 second. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So with the ARIIX compensation plan, there are 2 types of accounts. One of them is a representative, and a representative is what's known as a business partner and consumes the product, okay? So what does that mean? That means that the representative has the ability to buy the product for himself or buy the product and retail it, right? Or sell it, whatever the case may be. Last week, we went over the retail incentive. So you guys should know what that means when I say resell the product itself. Okay, so that being said, the representative has a mandatory boss fee. So this boss fee is $24.99 USD, and they hold the spot in the tree. So if someone enrolls as a representative and just buys the mandatory boss fee, then they will hold the spot in the tree. It won't be 4 lines, it'll just be 2 lines, but they will hold the spot in the tree, okay? And a representative also has a minimum activation requirement. So the minimum the minimum activation requirement is 200 personal volume points. This activates their business. If someone does not place the minimum activation 200 point order, they can still sponsor, they can still enroll. However, they will not be eligible to start earning commissions or bonuses. So a representative, like I mentioned, is a business partner and they earn commissions. That means that once they have volume and a team that's working, they earn some earnings and they pay out as commissions, including all their bonuses. The representative also has a required 100 PV qualification every 4-week cycle. Okay, so that doesn't mean once a month. It means once every 4 weeks. Since we pay on a weekly basis, we require that as soon as the 200 points are placed, their auto delivery is automatically set up to follow that 200-point activation, and then the system will require a 100-point qualification every 4 weeks. Like I mentioned, the representative can sponsor reps and PCs, and then the representative orders or personal orders are utilized towards activation and qualification. So any order that I purchase as a representative within my initial 4 weeks, or to activate within my first week of being active in the business, that'll go towards my activation and qualification. Now, there's also some terms that we'll want to remember. So any personal orders that I make, whether I'm a representative or a customer, it'll equate to personal volume. So you'll hear us say personal volume often. And then preferred customer volume is exactly the same as personal volume. So any customers that I sponsor that place any orders, their volume reflects as my personal volume. And that means that if a customer places 500 points, then I can, those 500 points that I enrolled on the customer with, as I mentioned, the previous compensation plan training we had, I would earn a retail incentive if applicable. And then that volume could be used towards my activation, or it could be used towards my qualification, but it'll reflect as personal volume, and then it'll auto balance, which we'll go over in the training. Now, preferred customer volume, like I mentioned, can be used towards your activation or qualification. The key thing is that your customer's order needs to be placed during your activation or qualification week. So in the example that I gave, if someone places 500 points, those 500 points will keep me active or qualified. I'll give a brief example. If I just buy the boss fee, okay, and I mentioned you can enroll with just the boss fee, but your business won't be active. So I just buy the boss fee, and then on Friday, I enroll a customer with 500 points. Those 500 points, if there's a retail incentive applied or applicable, I'll get the retail incentive off of that order. And then those 500 points will be used to activate me. So it'll use the minimum 200 points to activate me. And then depending on my business level that I choose, most default to ultimate, I could be business level, and that volume can be used to achieve a higher level as well. Okay, so a preferred customer, they solely consume the product. Okay, so it is someone, like I mentioned in the duplication process, it's someone that saw your transformation, you shared your link, and now they're just strictly enrolled as customers just to consume the product for personal benefits. There is no mandatory boss fee. Okay, so I know this is one question that has been going around, or there's been some stuff going around preferred customers and customers as well as representatives. So if it's a customer, whether it's a preferred customer or just a retail customer, there is no boss fee. Okay, they do not hold a spot in the tree. Like I mentioned, their volume is considered personal volume for the sponsor. So you guys will not see your customers in the actual physical tree, but you will see their orders as personal volume orders. There is no minimum activation. You can enroll a preferred customer and they don't place an order, and their account will be active to utilize and purchase products, okay? Or they can come in with 8 points, 2 products, whatever the case may be, but there is no minimum activation required. A preferred customer does not earn commissions, okay? Again, a preferred customer just consumes the product. So they're only in the business to consume the product for personal use. They don't have a qualification order required either. And they cannot sponsor reps or PC. Okay, so again, a customer or a preferred customer, the big difference between them and a representative is that a customer is just consuming the product, so they don't have the specific requirements for eligibility for commissions. Okay, so the customer cannot do what the representative can other than just consume the product. Okay, now there is a little caveat here. We briefly touched loyalty products. and I'll briefly touch it again. In order for preferred customers to get some sort of additional discount, aside from your promo code and your auto delivery that we mentioned last week, the preferred customer would require a $150 minimum order to achieve access to the loyalty product. And when we go over the X Office training with Taylor next week, he'll touch base on that as well. Okay, preferred customer, or PC, equals PV. Again, their volume, anything they purchase, it'll either trigger a retail incentive, if applicable. Their volume will count as my volume if I'm the sponsor, and depending on when it's placed, it'll auto balance, it'll use me to qualify, or it'll activate me. Okay, so there are the business levels. So just so we are all aware, the business levels, they start Saturday, so it's the beginning of our week, and then Friday is our closing week. Okay, so just to clarify, with ARIIX, we pay everything on a weekly basis. You start Saturday, that's the beginning of your week, and the week closes on Friday. So if you sign up someone on Wednesday, technically their first week was that previous Saturday. Okay, so let me rephrase that. If I sign up someone on Wednesday, that'll still count as my first week, and then on Friday the week will close. So when they get enrolled with ARIIX and they come in on Wednesday, their auto ship will be set 4 weeks from the previous Saturday. So it may seem like their auto delivery triggered or processed a little bit earlier. The reason being, we go off a weekly basis, a weekly commission payout plan, and your auto deliveries or our weeks start on Saturdays. This gives us time, if there's some issue with your auto delivery order, to contact you throughout the week. You have up until Friday to place that order and remain qualified. Okay, same with your business levels. You have up until your 4th Friday, beginning with, depending on when you enrolled for the week, right? You have until that 4th Friday to achieve your business level, with preferred customer orders or with your personal orders. So you have 4 weeks to accrue the necessary volume for your desired business level. Your initial 4 weeks begin when you activate with 200 points. Okay, so like I mentioned, your business is not fully active until you place a 200-point order. You can enroll with ARIIX with just the boss, but you will not be eligible to earn any commissions. The reason being, you have to activate your business with 200 points. You can utilize personal volume or preferred customer volume. Like I said, ARIIX is one of the comp plans that pays out the most. So when you enroll preferred customers, you'll get a retail incentive if applicable, but it could also be utilized to activate your business. Okay, so the activate level or the member level is 200 points plus the $24.95. So this gives you 2 lines in the tree. One line as your power line and your second line as a pay line. Okay, there are no other benefits associated with the member level other than you have 2 lines to work with and a place in the tree, and you can begin to start your business with ARIIX. Then there's the business level. Okay, so the business level is 500 points to 999 points. Okay, this means that anything that you place between your first initial 4 weeks that falls in this category will give you 3 lines to work with. So you'll have 1 power line, you'll have 1 pay line, and then you'll have a second additional pay line to work with. Okay, the business level, one of the perks of coming in with 500 points or more is that you get the 2X membership. Okay, the 2X membership, what it does is it doubles all your bonuses. If you don't have the 2X membership, then your bonuses are not doubled. And when I say all your bonuses, there are some exclusions. Team lead is not applicable to your 2X membership. So your team lead bonus is solely dependent on the business level. So that will not duplicate to, if you're ultimate, it will not go from 30 to 60. But what I'm meaning is if you are gold status and you have the 2X membership, you'll get the full 15% for your first generation. And then if you're not, that'll be cut in half, and I'll be going over that in a little bit. Okay, another perk with the business level is that you also have the ability, what we call flex time. So depending on your market and your time zone, you may have up to the following Monday to push orders back to help you rank or whatever the case may be. Again, our week starts Saturday and they end Friday. You have that following Monday. If you yourself are a business level and you're trying to push some orders from your personal orders back to the previous week, okay? You can now call in someone's order and push their order back. What we'll do is we'll review their account to make sure it doesn't affect their activation and it doesn't affect their qualification, okay? But if you're a business level, you can move your orders back to help you rank. Then there's the elite level. The minimum requirement for that is 1,000 points. So it's 1,000 up to 1,499 personal volume points. It could be accrued from your personal orders or preferred customer orders. You get one power line. You have one pay line. Then you have a second pay line to work with. And now you have a third pay line to work with. The perks that come with this one are similar to the business level. You still get a 2X membership. You still get your flex time. Then the last level and the highest level you can achieve with ARIIX, is the ultimate level, and that is 1,500 points or more. If you guys remember, on Team Lead Bonus, the most you can earn on a Team Lead Bonus is 1,500 points, right? Which equates to 450 USD. With this, you get one power line and, of course, 4 additional pay lines to work with. So this one gives you not necessarily an advantage, but it does give you a slightly higher percentage payout when volume starts to auto balance, okay? Why? Because now you have 5 lines to work with, 4 pay lines, 1 power. One of the things about coming in with the ultimate business level, besides the 2X and besides the flex time, it's what's known as a power re-entry, okay? A power re-entry is very unique and patent pending in the industry. This power re-entry comes with your ultimate level. However, you cannot place it until you have optimized your first income position, okay? When I go over the income position bonus, you'll see an example of what I mean, but it means until you have at least 1 power and 1 pay line with a total volume of 13,334 or more, that power reentry will not be accessible. You'll always have it with you, but you will not be able to access it until you hit that requirement. Once you hit that requirement, then you can place it, okay? And then to earn on your power reentry, you are required to have new volume of 13,334. So every week there has to be new volume of 13,334. I won't go too much into details of a power reentry because a lot of you may not have access to it yet, and it's too much information to really fully grasp until you are optimizing, but we will touch base on it later. Okay, and then just to briefly recap, base commission is 15% of all your pay line volume. If I have 500 points on line 1, that's my power line. If I have 500 points on line 2, that's considered a pay line for me. And that power line is enough to cover that pay line. So now I just made 75 bucks. If I have a second pay line, then I get another $75 for a total of 150. And then if I have a third pay line of 500 points, I get an additional $75. So now we have 1 power line, which is my line 1, and that was enough to cover all 3 pay lines, okay? So again, there is no, your business level does not dictate your base commission. The base commission is with the ARIIX Activate Comp Plan, 15% all across. Then you have your team lead bonus. That's a percentage of all personally sponsored volume from a rep's or a PC's initial 4 weeks. Now, I will add one thing on this. since I just touched base on preferred customer volume and how it can be utilized to help you activate your business level. If you sign up, let me just give an example. Okay, so if I come in as a member with 200 points, then I get 15% team lead bonus on all new sponsored volume. Okay, if I come in as a business, I get 20% of all new volume as team lead bonus. Okay, and now here's where I'm going to add a training part that I didn't cover last week. If I sign up 2 customers, okay, I'm business, 500 points, I have 20% team lead bonus. If I sign up 2 customers, each with 500 points, that would put me at 1500, right? PC volume equals personal volume. So those 2 customer orders of 500 points each is a total of 1,000 points. Those 1,000 points can then be utilized to help me achieve ultimate, okay? So those 1,000 plus my 500 put me at 1,500. Can I reach ultimate? Yes. If my default business level or target business level is ultimate, then yes, I will reach ultimate. However, if those 2 orders are utilized to help me reach ultimate, I will not get a team lead bonus on those orders, okay? So I'll rephrase that again. If I have those 2 customer orders and I chose to go ultimate, those 1,000 points will count as my personal volume. I don't get team lead bonus on my personal volume. Therefore, these customer orders will count as my personal volume and I will not get a team lead bonus. I may be able to get a retail incentive if applicable, but I will not get a team lead bonus on any volume from a preferred customer that's utilized to help me activate or qualify. The next team lead bonus level is the elite, which is 25%, and it's 1,000 points. Again, if I sign up 2 customers each with 500 points, if my business level is elite and that's all I choose, or if the 4 weeks are over and then I sign up 2 customers with 500 points each, then I will get 25% team lead bonus on the 500 points, right? Because my 4 weeks are already up, so there's no upgrade period anymore, or I chose my level to be elite, okay? But if I choose to go ultimate, then out of those 1,000 points, 500 points are going to be utilized to help me reach ultimate. Those 500 points are counting as personal volume. Therefore, I won't get team lead bonus on my own volume, but the remaining 500 points will pay me out a team lead bonus at 30%, okay? It may sound confusing, but once you see how it works, once you start doing the business and see how your team lead bonus is paying out accordingly, it'll click. And then the last level is ultimate, 1,500 points, 30% team lead bonus. So if I sign up 2 customers each with 500 points, I already reached ultimate, so I don't need their upgrade volume anymore. Therefore, I will get the full 30% on those 1,000 points. Okay, so then we have what is known as auto balance. And your auto balance, I think this might be an additional slide, but I'll just go through with this. But your auto balance is, you get, the best way to describe auto balancing is you have, on top of your qualification volume, which is 100 points, you have additional volume. It could be from, again, preferred customer volume or your personal volume. Anything above that requirement will therefore auto balance accordingly to your business level or according to how the volume is set up. So what it's going to do is it's going to distribute the volume evenly. So in this example, I have 1,100 points from personal volume. It could be from customer orders or it could be from my personal orders, okay? Again, this volume, for the purpose of training, it's volume that does not pay out a team lead bonus. It's just volume. So it's my qualifying week. I have 1,100 points. 100 points are going to be used towards qualification. The remaining 1,000 will auto balance, okay? So when the remaining 1,000 auto balance, it'll come all across. So each line will have 225 personal volume points, okay? Now, the system will only reflect that for my account. If I have anyone enrolled in these lines, they will not see my auto balance, okay? Because that volume pertains to my order, to my spot. So that means if I have 225 points, one line one will be my power, and then the remaining will pay me out 15% of all that volume, which is $33.75. Okay, then we have income position bonus. So your income position bonus is when you optimize one power plus one pay line the same week, okay? In this example, there are two lines that they're working with. Line 1 has reached the 13,334, and line 2 also has 13,334. When that happens, we say that the income position has been optimized, okay? When you optimize your income position, you earn your income position bonus, which gives you a $200 base commission. You get one new pay line, okay? So now I started off with 4, now I have 5 lines to work with. So if you start just with the member level, do not get discouraged. Do not think that you only have 2 lines to work with and that's all you'll ever get. If you optimize those 2 lines, you get the income position bonus, it'll give you the additional pay line. So now you'll have another line to work with. So you started off with a minimum 200 points, 1 power, 1 pay, and now you have a third line to work with, okay? Then you get 1 share, which is 2% of the overall profits. So if you have your 2X membership, this will double the share. If you don't have your 2X membership, you'll only get 1 share. So just so you guys understand, the 2% profit is from all the sales. And what we do is we pull these into a little bucket, and then we see how much the profit was and how many shares were given out. And then that is the value of each share. Just to give you an example to keep numbers super simple, if there's the 2% profit is $10,000 and I give away 10 shares for that week, that means that each share is valued at 1,000. If you have a 2X membership and you earned 1 share, that means you hold 2 shares. So now you earned an additional $2,000, okay? So that's how those shares work. The awesome thing about this is that you also get 1 new income position bonus, 1 new income position. So what does that mean? You get to reinsert yourself in the tree, okay? Once you max out, or let me rephrase that, once you hit the most volume, which is 13,334, on a pay line, for the first time, you will trigger the income position bonus. This bonus gives you an additional line to work with. And then it gives you a second income position, so a second spot in the tree for you to utilize whenever you are ready. You don't necessarily need to utilize it right away, but you can utilize it when you're ready, okay? So for those that come in with just the member level and you optimize your income position 1, now you have a third line to work with, but now you have another position in the tree to place underneath you, okay? If you come in with an ultimate and you have a power reentry and you optimize, guess what? Now you have the new income position bonus you earned from the optimization of your income position, which gave you the bonus. But now you can also utilize your power reentry. Okay, so now you have 2 reentries or 2 income position, 2 both businesses, however you want to call them, to work with. Okay, so that is the cool thing, and that is why the ARIIX compensation plan pays out the most. There really is no cap as how much money you can make. You can build deep, right? And what I mean by building deep, if I keep replicating this process, I'll keep generating new additional lines to work with, but I also keep generating new income positions. So I can have up to 10 income positions. I could have myself as a business, even 15. So you can keep building deep, and guess what? Each income position will pay you on each individual pay line. Okay. So in this example, my first income position has 13,334 on pay line 2. That'll give me $1,000, right? If I start working my second income position and I have pay lines on the second income position, I'm gonna get paid on income position 1 pay lines and income position 2 pay lines. If I have a third income position, then I'll also generate commissions on that if I have a pay line in there as well. So there are the possibilities of growing your business with ARIIX and getting the most out of your business are endless. You can build deep. If you're not the type that says, or if you're the type that says, I don't want to keep putting myself in the business underneath myself, I'd rather just build my lines. Every time you optimize a new pay line, that means that the pay line has not been optimized before. You will keep getting an addition. You will keep triggering the income position bonus. And guess what? You'll keep getting new income position reentry or new business center, however you want to call it. And you'll get a new pay line every time. So you can keep building wide if that's what you prefer. This is why we say the ARIIX plan lets you build as wide as you want and as deep as you want, okay? Then we have what's known as the pay line bonus. The pay line bonus is structured similar to your income position bonus. The main difference is that you optimize an additional pay line that same week, okay? So you have one power line, and then you have one pay line, which would trigger an income position bonus if it's the first time. And then you have that second pay line, okay? So you get your $2,000 for that second pay line that you optimized. And I'll rephrase that again. If I have this case here, obviously I'm gonna get 2,000 off of line 2, and then I'm gonna earn an additional 2,000 off of line 3, okay? I get one new pay line to work with, so I still get to build wide because I hit the pay line bonus. And I get one share, which is equal to 1%, okay? So in the previous case, it was 2%. In this case, it's 1%. So the profits are 1%. Then I have the pay line bonus, then I will get a part of that 1% profit bucket. Again, if I have a 2x, it's 2 shares. If I have no 2x, it's 1 share, okay? So the main difference between the pay line bonus and the income position bonus is that the pay line bonus has an additional pay line optimized that same week. And it's not a new pay line that's been optimized. It's a line that's been optimized before. I don't get a new reentry for that additional pay line, okay? And so now I can work that second line and keep going, right? Okay, so the next one, or the next bonus, is matching bonus. Matching bonus, as you guys all know, is if you have 4 representatives within your initial 8 weeks, you unlock the matching bonus for life, okay? That means that as soon as you sponsor your 4 new reps, or 1 rep and 3 customers with 200 points or more on their initial order, you are gold for life, and you have now unlocked matching bonus for life on your first 3 generations, okay? If these representatives cancel, or if you have 2 of them that terminate, you are still gold for life. Whereas silver status, you have to have the 4 representatives every week without them canceling their auto delivery, or without them canceling their business in general, okay? So for your first generation, you'll get 15%. If you don't have a 2x, you will get 7.5%. For your second generation, you'll get 10%. If you don't have the 2x, you'll get 5%. And then for your third generation, you'll get 5%. If you don't have a 2x, you will get 2.5%, okay? So just to recap, how do you get your 2x membership? The easiest way is to accrue 500 points or more in your first initial 4 weeks. that'll give you these generations of matching bonus for life. Okay. The other methods of achieving further generations, we pay up to your 7th generation. We'll discuss later, but just so you guys know, after that, your 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th are 5%, unless you don't have a 2X membership. So what does a generation mean? Your first generation is anyone that you personally sponsored. And then your second generation is anyone that they personally sponsored. And the third is anyone that they personally sponsored, right? Can I have a first generation representative placed all the way at the bottom of my tree? Yes, you can, okay? The matching bonus is strictly follows your personal or your personally sponsored representatives. It doesn't follow the spot in the tree. It's based off how you sponsored. If you personally sponsor them, they are your first generation. It doesn't matter where in the tree they are. They can be all the way at the top of the tree, or they can be all the way at the bottom of the tree underneath 500 people. They will still be your first generation, okay? And then the second generation is anyone that they sponsor, and the rule of thumb is the same, doesn't matter where they are. And then your third generation and so on, okay? The next bonus is the savings bonus, okay? So 15% of base commission when you earn a minimum of 200 USD. The maximum weekly payout is 500 USD, okay? What does that mean? Every time I hit a minimum of 250 USD or US dollars in base commission, ARIIX will give me 15% of that money, or 15% of that base commission in addition to what I have already earned. This is in addition to all your bonuses, teaming, matching bonus, retail, etc. But it goes strictly off of your base commission for that week. So if one week I earn 300 points, then it triggers a saving bonus plan for that week. The following week I earned $199, then I don't earn the savings bonus for that week. What happens is every time you hit that 250, ARIIX will deposit that money into the savings bucket that we see, okay? So you'll keep accruing to 50, to 50, to 50, and it'll keep going into the savings every week that you hit that minimum requirement. The most we'll give you in savings bonus for any given week is 500 points. It'll stay here until you hit a minimum of 10,000 credits or 10,000 USD. Okay, so 1 credit equates to 1 USD. Once you have hit that minimum requirement of $10,000, then you will get a call from Jeff and other ARIIX VPs and execs congratulating you, and they will ask you if you want your money deposited. You don't have to get your money deposited into your account if you don't want to. It's truly your choice. You can keep accruing the savings bonus. You don't have to touch it. There are people that I know that have more than 10,000 USD in their savings bonus. And I mean, they have a lot more money in there and they have never touched it. They're just letting it accrue, and they're going to use that for something big. We don't know for what. Whatever you do with your savings bonus is up to you. Most companies have a car bonus, a trip bonus, whatever the case may be. We really give you control of your business. So you can do whatever you please with your savings bonus. You can cash it out after $10,000, or you can just let it be there. However, even if you fall off cycle, you will not lose your savings bonus. You just won't generate base commissions for that week, which means that for that week, there may be no saving bonus, okay? The only time you will lose your saving bonus is if you terminate your account with ARIIX. If your account is in good standing, then it'll keep accruing your savings bonus if applicable for your commissions, okay? Now, if you do decide to cash out your savings bonus, so that means that I hit 10,000 on my guest deposit to my account and I'm super excited. Then after that, every time I earn $250, it will all be put into the savings bonus plan still, okay? However, now I get it once every 4 weeks. Whereas the first time around, I had to wait until I accrued $10,000. After that's been cashed out, then I get paid once every 4 weeks. And I don't have to call. ARIIX doesn't have to call me anymore. It's automatic after that point. Obviously, if you decide not to cash it out, then there is no once every 4 weeks because you're going to keep getting your savings bonus every week, okay? The cash out, when I say cash out, I'm referring to the bonus hitting your bank account. That's after the $10,000, and it's once every 4 weeks. If you never touch your saving bonus, then we don't have anywhere to pay it out to. So it'll just keep accruing until you decide to cash out. And then after that, it'll go once every 4 weeks. Okay. So that's it for the second part of the compensation plan. If we want to open it up to any questions that anyone may have, I can definitely answer some of those.
Yeah, thank you very much, Omar. We've got a question. Is it possible to get gold even if you don't make it in the first 8 weeks?
Yes, it's possible. And that's where silver status comes into play. So that just means that after the first 8 weeks, you have to have 4 people every week that are active. So they cannot fall off cycle and they cannot terminate. The moment one of those
Omar, I think I'm losing you. I can't hear you. I don't know if anybody else can. Guys, can you just type